So good afternoon and welcome. It's really a pleasure to see you here today. We've had a 3-year COVID hiatus from in-person events. That makes this our first in-person symposium in 4 years. It's really hard to believe. Those of you who became part of the Harrington ecosystem after spring 2019 know us only through Zoom, which means you can't know us all that well. For that reason, I think, during the next 2 days, we're in many ways starting afresh. So there are things you should know. First, you should know about our strengths at Harrington, about our unique process of connecting academic medicine with the drug and biotech industries through a shared vision of breakthrough medicines. You should know we add value to things you care about, your discoveries, your contributions, your impact. So I think of this symposium as bringing us back to basics of Harrington, the basics of coming together to connect, inform, and accelerate the discoveries that can change the face of medicine. With back to basics top of mind, I want to spend a few moments covering foundational aspects of the Institute. First and foremost, we have a mission to accelerate promising discoveries by physician scientists and all scientists into medicine for benefit of society. Our operations include 4 centers fulfilling that mission. They are our Center for Major Diseases, serving physician scientists, Center for Brain Health Medicines, for rare diseases, and for rapid pandemic response. We also run numerous high-performing programs within each center, including the Scholar Innovator Award, ADDF Harrington, Linda and Les Vinnie, Gund Harrington, and Oxford Harrington. Through these programs, we've been providing resources to scholars and innovators since 2013. At the heart of operations and key to scholar success is our unique Therapeutics Development Center, a team of seasoned therapeutics and business development experts who help advance our scholars' discoveries. Their skill and collective commitment to mission set us apart. Through your time with us, you will see these dedicated people working to create medicines for you, develop and strengthen intellectual property, submit INDs, enable commercial opportunities and new financings, and ultimately organize your assets into company structures. We prize partnerships that have a common thread of accelerating new medicines. I especially want to mention 3 of our discovery partners with whom we work closely. Alzheimer's Drug Discovery Foundation, which has provided a decade of collaboration to create new Alzheimer medicines, initiate clinical trials, and co-invest in new companies that offer hope for millions of patients. Takeda, which has funded a large portfolio of rare disease therapeutics without taking ownership rights. This mission-aligned partnership to create new medicines has resulted in several new companies and licenses benefiting academic institutions, scholars, and pharma. And University of Oxford, which has worked with us toward a new model of research defined broadly by impact on society, which recognizes the importance of creative contemporary financing of academic drug discovery. We expect this powerful collaboration to help set new standards for academic impact. We are known for our drug development capabilities, certainly, and now increasingly for the financial tools we employ to achieve mission, ranging from grants to mission-related investments and market-rate investments. We mix and match funding according to the needs of scientists, institutions, partners, donors, and investors. Our grant and equity monies have funded many dozens of possible medicines. Nearly 100 scholars have received follow-on grants that take minimal or no rights. Many have received venture investments, including from Biomotive and the Advent Harrington Impact Fund, which has, for a few years now, expanded our mission and enhanced our outcomes. In 2023, we will introduce an innovation we call a Target Investment Profile, or TIP, which specifies the desired characteristics of a drug that can garner Harrington investment and the sources of those investments across the portfolio of Harrington funds. We think these expertly created TIPs will work quite well, and hope the idea of TIPs may even benefit academic drug development beyond our organization. If you know Harrington Discovery Institute, you know we value culture. Breakthrough discoveries will only advance to patients through teamwork. We celebrate the varied backgrounds and skills of our personnel. We work to convey a sense of impact, innovation, tenacity, passion, openness, and integrity. I've now shared with you the basics, our mission, offerings, team, partners, resources, and culture. Next is our progress, which is anything but basic. In 2022 alone, we fortified our centers that had been slowed by COVID, welcomed a new physician-scientist class, accelerated numerous scholar projects, hosted rare disease webinars and a rare disease day through Oxford Harrington, introduced our second class of UK scholars, announced the initiation of the Linda and Les Vinnie Scholars Program for Alzheimer's Disease. And I'm pleased that today members of our first class are sitting in the audience. And we invested enormous time with our colleagues at Oxford and Morgan Stanley to create new models for academic discovery that will advance our mission across the US and UK. This progress in 2022 shows up in the numbers we track to measure the broad-ranging impact of our activities, including to date, 175 medicines in the making, 36 companies that scholars have launched, 19 medicines in the clinic for treating diseases like Alzheimer's, cancer, sickle cell disease, and COVID, and 13 licenses to pharma, including Bristol-Myers Squibb, Novartis, Chiesi, and Takeda. I also want to come back to basics as it relates to our future. We at Harrington often talk about building bridges over the valley of death in drug discovery. The valley being a metaphor for difficulty in attracting investment, and the bridges representing the resources we offer. These bridges have to withstand changing climates. Biotech changes all the time. The capital worlds change all the time. And as the saying goes, truly the only constant is change. So operationally and culturally, you can expect us to embrace change, to continuously engineer the resources for early-stage discovery by putting nonprofit and for-profit under one umbrella, drug development and financial resources together, and academic and commercial entities in touch so they are working together. At its most basic level, our future operating plan is simply to ensure we always have numerous creative people working on numerous creative projects to build the bridges connecting excellence in drug development to creativity and capital allocation. That's the essence of it. Now that I've covered our basics, I'd like to offer our gratitude to those who support us for your wisdom, moral support, and strategic guidance. Our special thanks go to our advisory boards, in particular our Scientific Advisory Board, which sets a standard of excellence for Harrington, as well as for the physician, scientists, and research communities. Our Investment Advisory Board, which stewards our philanthropic and investment resources. And our Regional Leadership Advisory Council, led by Dee Haslam and David Dahl, for providing the business and strategic insights that enable a strong future. Also thanks to our partners in drug discovery, the Alzheimer Drug Discovery Foundation, ASCI, Takeda, Foundation Fighting Blindness, and University of Oxford. A special thank you to Matthew Wood, George Hollander, and John Bell for hanging in there with us as we do Sisyphean work, forging change in academic drug discovery. And deepest thanks to our funding partners, which are Morgan Stanley, Nationwide, the State of Ohio, University Hospitals, the Harrington family, and the Vinnie, Ratner, Douglas, and Reitman families for their funding of brain health and other medicines. We are especially pleased to have new funds for cancer research provided through Morgan Stanley Gift Cures, and to have the support and entrepreneurial activities that Jimmy and Dee Haslam have provided. Our thanks to many financial sponsors, donors, and investors, to all of you who work to support our efforts to make a difference.